In this episode, I'll be sharing with you 3 things that a multi-generational home should have. Welcome everyone to this episode of the AskJasonGelios show. I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and I appreciate you tuning in to this episode. We're going to be sharing, I'm going to be sharing with you 3 things that multi-generational homes need to have, and these are, I feel, are the top 3 things, especially based on my research. So this is actually a great question too, because multi-generational homes are becoming more and more common, and we're going to be seeing more of these as expenses seem to be going up and up and up. Everything is getting more expensive. And you have adult kids moving back home. You have grandparents moving in with their children and being taken care of in a home. So first off, I want to share with you what a multi-generational house is. And that's, it's defined. A multi-generational household is defined as members of 3 or more generations living under one roof. You can have the elderly parents, you could have the main children, and then you could have their kids as well. And I've actually seen this in my own community. And so I want to share with you a couple of statistics that I feel are interesting. This one's courtesy of the National Association of Realtors. They state that 1/4 of Americans are living in multi-generational households, but current housing stock needs to adapt to the population's changing needs. Another study by think tank Generations United, not an endorsement, it's just a survey they did, states that 1/4 of Americans in 2021, last year, lived in a multi-generational household. Now, that's pretty interesting, right? And these numbers are only going to grow more and more as the years go by. So the first thing that a multi-generational home should have is accessibility. And what I mean by that is it should be accessible for the elderly parents in the home, as well as, even children. Is it safe for the children? Are they very young? Are they going to be able to move around the home so that the whole family, all generations, can function well? Is it a good sized home where they're not crowded? Let's go back to the elderly parents, right? Is there handicap accessibility or safety bars or things that need to be, and not even so much handicap, but just, is there great accessibility for the elderly parents in the home to be safe? So you want it easier for seniors, easier for children, and of course the main couple that's in the home as well. Adaptability, right? You gotta be able to adapt the home as these multiple generations get older. And then of course location. Do the elderly parents have to have public transportation? Do they still drive? Is there access in the location for, I know now we have Uber and all that, but that can be expensive. But just, does the location play a good part, and does it make sense for all the generations in the home? Even children, are there sidewalks? Are they able to go out and play and be safe? It's all about safety in this one. Number 2 is a separate area for older or younger generations. So think increased privacy. Maybe a guest room or a separate wing, depending on the size of the home, on the other side of the home for the parents to have more privacy. Something like a community courtyard where they can go outside. I know that in my area of Southeast Michigan, more and more subdivisions are actually coming up with community courtyards where they have a community pool, they have a community play area, just an area for gathering. And so that should really, there should just be adaptability when it comes to all these generations under one roof. And then number 3 is affordability. So these types of homes have to be affordable. There could be incentives that are offered by new home builders to build more of these homes, which new home builders should be focusing on this type of home because it's becoming more and more commonplace. And so you're going to probably see incentives come about, I would imagine, from new home builders to say, hey, we'll build a multi-generational home that plays to all your needs. And we'll make it easier for all 3 generations, okay? 3 or 4 generations, quite honestly. And of course, you have to have, in the area, you have to have affordable childcare, senior services, things like that. Just make things affordable. Don't make it astronomical. Most of the time, the elderly parents are on a fixed income or some type of like Social Security income or a pension, right? There were actually pensions back in the day. We know that those are basically gone for the most part. So you want to make these services in the community affordable. I don't know if I mentioned childcare, but just all these things to make it easier for the family, the multi-generations that are in this home. So this is a very interesting question that I had last week, and I wanted to share with you. Again, multi-generational homes are the demand for them is increasing. Hopefully we see more and more of these homes built. I think it's a great idea to bring family together and to help them out. If not, there's always assisted living for many, but that can be quite expensive. And so that's why many families are deciding to take in their parents under one roof. As long as the home is, accessible to all generations, it's adaptable throughout the years, you can change things up, and it's affordable. So I hope you guys found value in this episode. Be sure to follow me on social media. Those links are in the description below, and visit my website. It's allabouttherealestate.com. You fill out that pop-up form to receive a brand new episode in your email once a week. Otherwise, I'm Jason Gelios, Michigan Realtor, and have a great day.